Cam?
Oh!
What's up, baby?
No!
Championship Sunday.
This!
Oh, thank God your mic broke up.
Let's go.
What's up, dude?
Dude, what is going on?
What's up, man? Are you ready?
I'm good with this. I'm so good with this. Go Pittsburgh. It's a new era for Pittsburgh.
Ooh.
I'm going to
It's
do
okay. We're not talking about Pittsburgh.
all night. All
Pittsburgh,
night.
Pittsburgh deserves no
No. Denver season's over. Pittsburgh, baby.
Oh,
Who really won this year?
that's a hot take.
All right, I'm taking it off because I'm sure you can't hear me.
Yeah,
But yo,
it's really not-
what's up, fan feed?
What's up,
I
Cam?
just thought it'd be fun to do my best George Pickens impression because I miss him and love him. But yes, dude, we are here. It is Conference Championship Week, semifinals of the NFL playoffs 2025. 3 games remain, and everything is out on the line. I mean, you can lose by just simply not catching a ball or catching a ball. I mean, it is just insanity what these NFL playoffs has brought us. But yeah, dude, this is going to be good. Did you enjoy last week?
Oh, yeah, of course. That was
Who's your favorite?
ooh. What was my favorite? What was my favorite game?
Yeah, what was your favorite part?
Oh, the definite. It was a catch for sure. I mean, Jaquan McMillan, he caught it. You know, Brandon Cooks didn't catch it. But Jaquan McMillan, he caught it.
We'll have to do a whole separate pod episode just to discuss the rules and why that does count as an interception and should not count as a catch, because the NFL has sure done a crappy job of that, but I feel like we could fix that.
Yeah. It's funny because I really thought that I was going to come on this podcast this week and you'd be like, that was a Brandon Cooks catch. Like, I was so ready to defend with everything inside of me that was a catch or
Look,
interception.
dude.
I mean, but my gosh.
Yeah. Yes, Derpy. Oh, wait, we don't celebrate injuries, but
Oh, heck no.
yeah.
My gosh.
Yeah, as everybody knows, Bo Nix is out for the rest of the season. Broken ankle, correct?
Broken ankle. Let me ask you. Okay, what was your initial reaction? Like, where did you go to? Because I know we were texting about it for a minute, but where did your mind go to as soon as you heard Bo Nix was out?
I was shocked. I was like, "What happened?"
Mm-hmm.
Like, I thought it was a joke. Honestly,
Yeah.
that was literally what I thought. And then my immediate thought was like, well, that just kind of sucks for like the final game, like, because I thought the Broncos played a really good game against the Bills, and Bo Nix especially. Like, you know, I'm a Bo Nix hater, and you know, he played extremely well against a very good Bills defense, at least in the secondary. So yeah, I honestly just bummed for the guy. That just I wouldn't wish that on anybody, to get all the way to the divisional round. You win the divisional round against a team that a lot of people, I think, were doubting the Broncos in their number 1 spot. But yeah, that just sucks that he can't play this game and then next Sunday if they get to the Super Bowl. But I don't know.
We'll get into that a little bit, but it's not out of the realm of possibilities that he's back by the Super Bowl. It's crazy, and we can talk about it when Jose hops on later to.
Well, I mean,
game.
That's a no-brainer because Aaron Rodgers still exists, and he's just going to take Bo down to South America, pump him full of some ancient
Ayahuasca.
spirituals, and Bo's going to go into the tent butt naked and come out a brand new man. Yeah. And then he's going to play in the Super Bowl and throw 3 picks.
I don't know,
just like Rodgers after his return from ayahuasca.
He doesn't seem like the guy that would go on a darkness retreat for 3 weeks or whatever it is.
No, he doesn't. He seems like the kind of guy that likes to like go to the go-kart track and just spend like 8 hours there.
I don't understand that, but
yeah, he's a weird guy. That's all I'm saying.
Dude, so let's talk about this really quick, just because we're on the subject. So what happens, like, you hear Bo Nix, like, Derpy right here says, first thought was Patriots are going to the Super Bowl, aren't they? What was your first thought? That's what I'm trying to get at.
All right. Hold on. I knew about Jarrett Stidham. So I've known about Jarrett Stidham for a long time, and I really liked him because in dynasty leagues, you got to be keeping your eye out for talent. And I think I posted this on the fan feed Twitter account, but there's a game when he played for the Raiders against San Fran. San Fran ended up going to the divisional or the semifinals.
The Super Bowl. No, they went to the Super Bowl that year.
Are you sure? I think it was conference championship, and they lost to the Eagles. That was the 2018 year. No,
maybe it was 22. That was 22 when he went.
Oh, wow. So, so they went to the Super Bowl, and Stiddy dropped 3 touchdowns, unfortunately, through the game losing pick. Yeah. But, I mean, he balled out in that game. And that's on a bad Raiders team. They were like 6-9 or something like that. Yeah. And so, I mean, I've known about Stidham, but here's the thing, right? We're going to be hyped. Like, I know all the Broncos fans got their Stiddy party profile pictures. They've taken out, they've changed their kids' names to Jarrett or Stiddy. But look, like, just pump the brakes. We need to see him against New England, and New England's defense has been pretty good this playoffs. Now, not like they've had to play great teams like, CJ Stroud, just a pathetic excuse for a quarterback. Did you see the interview with him when he said he was trying to explain his play this season, and he was saying, like, all my life I played for good teams, and this year we had a good defense, and I just didn't have to be Superman anymore, and I've never been in that situation. It's like, bro, what are you saying? I was so mad.
Yeah.
Sorry, I ranted. Go back to what you were saying.
Anyways, I was only asking because I feel like a lot of people, yourself included. So this is where I'm trying to get to is 1 week ago today, we start this podcast, and the very first thing you say is Bo Nix is trash. Bo Nix is trash. And then he goes up there and he carves up the number 1 passing defense in the NFL. Carves them up.
No. Hold on. That's not the number 1 passing defense in the NFL.
Go look it up.
Show me one statistic. Put it on screen. There's no way that's the number 1 passing defense.
I'll find it while we're talking. But they have the number 1 passing defense in the NFL. They do. Bo Nix goes out and throws 4 touchdowns. One of them was dropped by LJH. You're pointing over there, wrong direction.
My boy LJH.
Yeah, he drops an easy touchdown. He's in the breadbasket in his hands. He just drops it. So 4 touchdowns go to Bo.
For the culture.
And versus Josh Allen's 3 touchdowns to 4 turnovers. Very clear who the number 1 quarterback was in the divisional round of the playoffs. And honestly, I was just trying to get you to admit that the season is over. Like, Derpy, puts up here, first thought was the Patriots are going to the Super Bowl, aren't they? Yeah, because and this is where I'm trying to get you to see is that Bo Nix is no longer a part of the picture. And so everybody is like, oh, the Broncos are going to lose, right?
You're playing reverse psychology that Bo Nix was such.
It's me just trying to get you to think that you like Bo Nix. You think he's good. But you just
I do like talking trash. But okay, here we go. I think I said from the very beginning, I'm gonna be real. If the Patriots make the Super Bowl again, I don't think I'll watch it. I'm very tired of their fan base and organization. Aren't we all, Derp? Aren't we all? Yes. It's just brutal.
6 years isn't long enough.
Yeah. But no, like on the Bo Nix thing, I've always thought he was a top 15 like quarterback. I think that's where I put him before, like a Jordan Love style quarterback. I think with Sean Payton and seeing him this year, he improved. And I would probably put him right at 9 or 10, probably, maybe a little higher. I'd have to look at a list again. Sure. 8 through 10 feels like solid for him.
I'll take that. In the preseason, that's what we said. We put our top 10 rankings heading into 2026, right? And I had him up there. You didn't, right? But that's okay.
I didn't.
You do now. You do now.
Well, yeah. We'll have to revisit quarterback rankings. We got a long offseason to discuss all that.
Yeah.
But let's get rolling because we got a good show for y'all tonight. So we're going to talk about both games. We're going to have guests on to discuss these at length, about half an hour for each game. It's going to be sick. We're going to be going at each other's throats. You can see Trey and I are already worked up, baby.
Oh yeah.
If you're new here, because looks like we got a lot of people viewing the stream right now. So if you're new here, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like the video, share it with your friends and family, whatever. And make sure you're active in the comments. Like we'll bring you up on the screen. We'll, talk about you, talk to you, whatever you want to do. We just want to hang out with you guys, talk ball. Also go over to fanfeednetwork.com. We've got articles live on there all over the place. and check us out on podcasts and social media, Fan Feed Network. But anyway, Trey, before we bring these people on, I just really quick want to touch base on the coaching carousel because this is still very important. I think since last time we talked, we had a few more firings. Sean McDermott out with Buffalo. So that brings us now to 10 teams that do not have coaches. But we've also had some hirings. So right now we've got Robert Saleh went to the Titans this week. Jeff Hafley, the Packers defensive coordinator, goes to the Dolphins. Kevin Stefanski to the Falcons. He brings over Tommy Rees, the OC, and all Falcons fans are just screaming and just gouging their eyes out because what is happening. John Harbaugh to the Giants. We knew this. And the latest one that happened just today, defensive coordinator Jesse Minter from the Chargers looks like he's going to sign with the Ravens as head coach. Actually, a former assistant of John Harbaugh.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that one.
You didn't see that?
Yeah, that's news to me.
Yep. So a lot of these spots are being filled. A lot of tenured coaches getting fired in this cycle.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you feel about Jesse Minter going to the Ravens? You kind of know Jesse Minter being in that division.
Yeah, a week ago that we were talking about it, and I said I think he's going to be a really good coach. The most recent case for him is that he held the Drake Maye Patriots to 16 points in the wild card round. In New England. And again, what I said is he did his job. Jesse Minter did his job. He had a top 5 defense overall, despite all the injuries and the offensive woes that the Chargers have. So, really excited for Jesse Minter. I'm excited he's out of the AFC West now. And, they can ease up.
Yeah, I mean, that's got to be encouraging. But meanwhile, did you see who the Chargers hired as OC or look like they're going to hire?
Oh, Mike McDaniel?
Mike McDaniel, baby.
Yeah.
What a crazy combination. John Harbaugh and Mike McDaniel on the same team. What is life?
That would be dude, that would be wild. That would be wild if it actually comes to fruition. It'd be great for Justin Herbert and Amari and Hampton and all those guys.
Oh, dude. Fantastic. But yeah, still a lot of coach hirings going on. We'll keep everybody in the loop on that stuff as it comes up. One more question really quick. Did you watch the Natty?
I watched parts of it. I didn't watch everything though.
It was a great game.
Mendoza. Yeah, I wanted him to win.
Did you see the touchdown run he had?
Yeah.
Dude,
it was like
just chills.
5, right?
That might have been one of the greatest sports moments I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Andy Kava, what's up? Do you think Flores will get a head coach job? So right now it looks like Bills, Steelers, Browns, Cardinals, Raiders are the opening teams. I think the only team there that really has a chance of getting him is Pittsburgh. And as a Pittsburgh fan, I can tell you right now, I don't think we're going to hire him. I think they do love Flores. I think they like a lot about him. But I think the top 3 for Pittsburgh is Chris Shula, Nate Scheelhaas, and Anthony Weaver, the Dolphins defensive coordinator. He's a very interesting guy to go look up. So definitely check that out. But yeah, so Flores did just re-sign with the Vikings technically. So he's kind of waiting out for a head coaching job. But I think that's the other thing you got to keep in mind is that their agents are sharing information to sources to try to boost their value on the market.
Right.
Try to make them seem like they're assets that are disappearing quickly. So you better buy them up. So I do think Flores is going to return to Minnesota personally.
And it's great that we have Alex on tonight. For those of you watching, if you're a Vikings fan, Alex Gast, he's our resident Vikings writer. He's got a lot of great insight, so we can ask him about it. But he's covering
second place in the Fan Feed Network fantasy league. Oh, just a dog, Alex Gast. What a guy.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Andy says we don't want to lose him.
6 minutes into it.
All right, let's do it. Let's bring on our first guests. We're going to bring on Mr. Lee and Alex, right?
Yes, sir.
Come on. What's up, fellas?
What's up?
How y'all doing? Y'all kind of look like brothers. I've never noticed this. What'd you say?
That's racist.
The glasses, the mustache. Yeah, it kind of looks like it.
It's just you both have impeccable mustaches. Like,
oh, yeah.
I feel
Thank
like, especially Lee, like your mustache does have the shape that goes down. My mustache doesn't really do that, and so when I try to do it, it just kind of looks pubescent, I'll say. But yeah, how you guys? One of these days, who knows? Alex, we missed you last week, my man. How's everything going?
Happy to be on. Happy to be back. Yeah, I was down in Texas on a mission trip, but glad to be back now.
Go.
I was actually in Texans country, so it was kind of a weird,
somber time,
kind of joining a worlds. But yeah, excited to be back.
Dude, that's awesome. Real quick, can you answer this this Flores question? Do you think Brian Flores is going to remain as the Vikings DC this year?
Yeah, so I saw that he re-signed yesterday, but like per the contract stipulations, he can still take a head coaching job. I mean, obviously everybody wants him back. I think based on his connection with Tomlin before and just his connection with the Steelers organization, I would find it hard to believe that he passes that up if he gets the offer. Because I think he's one of the 2 or 3 for that Steelers job who got a second interview. And it's just a matter of time for him. Like if we keep him under contract next year, I think he gets a job the year after, even if he doesn't take the job. So I really want him. I really want him back. I don't think he will. I think we'll probably have to go get Raheem Morris, and that'll be the new defensive coordinator.
Everybody collective sigh.
Dang.
Yeah, it could happen too that Flores is just one of these guys that's like Eric Bieniemy, great coach in their positional coaching room, but not great head coaches. We'll see. But like I said, I think Pittsburgh's the only chance he's got, and he doesn't fit the mold of what Pittsburgh usually goes for, and I really do think that they're waiting out one of these Rams coordinators. I think they like both of them, and they fit the mold perfect. But anyway, enough Steelers talk. I mean, I could talk about them all night, but Trey definitely doesn't want to hear that because
no, dude, they're irrelevant right now.
Broncos are just limping over the finish line. But enough about that. Let's talk Rams Seahawks. We get a rare 3-piece. Third game that these teams will play against each other. Seattle last week just completely dismembered, dismantled, destroyed. Whatever that was that the 49ers put on the field. And then the Rams won. That was a pretty close game with Chicago. What was the final score of that one? Because I'm blanking. 20-17. A rare defensive struggle, and the defense showed out for the Rams. So let's start with you, Lee. What did you take away from that game last week?
Well, so I went in thinking that the Bears are probably going to outright win. It ended up being like it lived up to the hype. It was awesome to watch. Snow game, playoff football in Chicago. Love to see it.
Yeah.
Hail Mary at the end.
I think my favorite moment of the weekend was that touchdown on 4th down from Caleb to Cole Kmet. 4th and 4, ran 25 yards backwards and chucked it up. And I mean. They've had double magic this year, man. So hats off to them for getting through. But I mean, the Rams played really well last week. I was saying I was expecting them to struggle a lot offensively, being what was it, like 12 degrees or something like that last week, playing on the road in the snow for a dome team on the West Coast that's used to decent weather. I think they played really well. Devontae Adams didn't show up as much as I was hoping to see out of him, but I think maybe this week comes back better. Only had 2 catches last week. So I think I don't know. I'm excited to see what they can do against Seattle because both of the games have been really great this year, especially the more recent one that was in Seattle. I guess we'll get into that later.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, to your credit, Lee, you said I think that they'll struggle. Honestly, I think that this Rams team, 20 points is a struggle for them. I think that's them, barely eking that out. And honestly, they only scored 17 in regulation, right? So that is a struggle for them. Yeah. So I mean, I think you were right on right on the money last week when you said that Stafford's going to struggle a little bit in the cold, and he, as he notably has. But yeah, I mean, great game though. It was an awesome game. Really fun to watch.
Yeah.
Unlike the 49ers game.
that
I was cool with
voodoo
it.
magic.
I was stoked about that.
Yeah. Me too. That voodoo magic play, Caleb Williams tossing it deep. I was at my brother-in-law's house with my wife and kids, and the kids were losing it. It's like late at night, and my wife's like, "We got to go home." And so I'm like, "Come on, we just gotta watch this last play." And he starts fading back, and I'm like, "All right, honey, let's get packed up." And then I look up, he scored. I'm like, "We can't leave. I gotta stay. This is work. This is work, honey." But yeah, incredible game. Hats off to the Bears, Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams, fantastic season. What a bounce back season to them. And I mean, if you're a Bears fan, you got to be excited for what the future holds, but you also suck, and we're not going to talk about you anymore. Alex, let's talk about the Seahawks game, man. 41-6. Started off with that kick return touchdown, and they just didn't even look back. This game wasn't even close. I mean, how did you feel watching this one?
Yeah, I mean, I was sitting watching it. One of my suite mates here is a Seahawks fan, and so I was sitting watching it with him. I could hear him freaking out through the walls, like you could hear it across the whole floor, because just as soon as that like kickoff blew up, like it was just like I don't know. The 49ers looked so scared immediately. They never got comfortable. Like it was just a total meltdown right away. And I think that just kind of showcased like how good the Seahawks defense is this year. They can talk big game about bringing Darnold in and trying to change the offense with that, and JSN having a huge year, but it's this defense that's making the huge difference for this team and pushing them over the top.
Yeah. As a Broncos fan, I had flashbacks to Super Bowl 48. That game started off with the with the
safety.
Oh my gosh, with the botched snap right over Payton's head, and then it was a safety to open the game. And then, oh my gosh, and then it ended in a very similar score, 43-8. This is what, 41-6. Like it was, gosh, it was disgusting. I also turned this game off super early. Just
no, this one was just way out of hand early. But Alex, I think you hit on something really great. Is just that the defense is really what's been carrying them. I know the offense has overperformed what was expected at the beginning of the year. And once again, we're having these conversations we had about Sam Darnold last year. That, oh my gosh, is he actually good? When he proved it to us last year, went 14-3 with the Vikings, and even though he crumbled in the playoffs, there was no crumble here. But that defense, man, is disgusting. The defense is very, very good, well coached. And it really changes the landscape of the NFL, because what we've seen, especially with coach hirings, right? We've seen the young, up-and-coming offensive-minded guys be the ones that are so highly coveted in the coaching cycles. Mike Macdonald is a defensive guy, comes from the Harbaugh tree. And, dude, I mean, like, just he's balling. I mean, he traded away like his best players last year. Like trading away DK Metcalf for a second was like, what is this guy doing?
Yeah.
And he drafts Nick Eamon-Worry, and it's like, he's just like an athletic freak. He's probably not good, but it all panned out. It's nuts, man. I can't say enough about what Mike Macdonald's done with this team. So, all right. Well, let's get a vibe check. I want to hear how y'all feel about your team's chances, just overall. We don't have to get too deep, but in this game, how do you feel about your team's chances? And we'll start with Alex on this one.
Yeah, I don't think Matt Stafford's scuba suit is going to save him this week in Seattle. His wetsuit that he wears under his jersey. No, I mean, this passing defense especially is what's really on fire for Seattle. And Matt Stafford, the Rams started out really hot, and then kind of late in the year, unfortunately, during that fantasy championship was when that happened. We were kind of like, what is he doing? Like, what's going on? What's going on with the passing offense? I don't know. It just seems like there was kind of a hitch in their get up there near the end of the season, even against the Bears a little bit, where there's some drives where they can't capitalize. And as we saw last week, like if you don't score points against this defense, you're dead in the water immediately, like even first possession right away. So I think he's going to have a really tough time with their passing defense in particular, which is what I really like for Seattle against this matchup.
Yeah. All right, Lee, let's hear it.
I totally disagree. I think after what we saw in week 16, where he carved him up, and then now he's got Adams back, in Seattle again.
Let's go.
No, I mean, it doesn't matter. They lost by 1 point in overtime. The game should have never gone to overtime in the first place because they blew that 2-point conversion dead. Look back at it, and because the ball was still rolling and Charbonnet happened to be the one to pick it up. And then also going like even further into that, Seahawks don't have Charbonnet anymore. He tore his ACL, so they're going to have to run all their only running back now is Kenneth Walker, who is not used to that workload at this point, as we've seen all season. I don't know. And then also with like a Sam Darnold meltdown, I feel like is imminent. Like that, it's gonna happen at some point. Like we've gone way too many games before he totally craps his pants, and I feel like we're gonna see that on national television this weekend.
You know what's crazy is like they won that game 41-6, and Sam Darnold had 146 passing yards. Isn't that crazy?
Right.
That's actually I think it was 124. I think he had only 124.
146 passing yards last week. That's
the JJ McCarthy dream.
ESPN's crazy. Dude, I just wanted to comment really quick on what Lee said. And sorry, this was probably your worst argument there, was just the fact that you said that now they're forced to give Kenneth Walker the ball. And it's like, I think all Seahawks fans are like, oh no, now our best running back's going to have to carry the ball 20 times a game. Yeah. I don't know. Okay. If you were a Kenneth Walker fantasy football owner, you're like, oh, this couldn't have, I wish this would have happened like 8 weeks ago. Like Kenneth Walker.
I'm right there with you. I had him in a couple of leagues, and like, I do think he's the better guy, but he is not used to this workload.
Do you see who else played in that game at running back after Charbonnet left?
Who, Shaheed?
Former Bears wide receiver. I think he was a 2nd or 3rd round pick. Velus Jones Jr. Notably one of the worst receiver prospects to ever come out of college. And he's transitioned to a running back, which is hilarious.
What a legend.
Real quick, we got a comment from Rise Jones. What's up, Rise? Thank you, FanFeed Network, for getting these students a great internship opportunity. We love reading the write-ups, seeing them on the podcast, doing what they love to speak about. Go teams. Lee's mom. Thank you, Lee's mom. Shout out to you.
Mom. Thanks, Mom.
That is awesome. Incredible. So, all right, where were we? I got all flustered because we started talking about Kenneth Walker as RB1 as potentially a bad thing. That got me.
Well, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. It's just like, who knows how that could go.
It's true. It is true. I wanted to swing this question over to Alex because he took a shot at your boy Sam Darnold and said, Sam Darnold's about to start seeing ghosts again. And I don't think there's anyone better to talk about this subject than Mr. Alex Gast, who survived last year's Vikings collapse. So speak on Sam Darnold seeing ghosts, Alex.
Yeah, so I mean, it was kind of apparent last year that the Rams and the Lions were his kryptonite, the Rams especially. But he also, I mean, that final game against the Rams last year just got buried by the Rams over and over and over, and that's why he couldn't throw the ball. And even this year, like, he's had 6 turnovers against the Rams in 2 games, which isn't great. But the fact that they had such an improbable comeback in the last game, like, it seemed like there was like a clear weight off his shoulders post game. Like, he was like, I can finally beat this team. So I don't think that's going to be a problem this time around. I think he's much more comfortable and confident with where he's at.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. He's got his confidence back. I think he got his swagger back. Trey, did you have something you were going to say? You looked like
I was just going to say, I was trying to look it up and I can't find it right now, but there was this unbelievable stat between the Rams and the Seahawks, how of all the games they played against each other. Did you see it? Yeah.
Yeah, they're
I
like,
got it. Yeah, I took a screenshot of it.
Oh, cool.
So
I'll let you read it.
All-time Seahawks lead 29-28 in record, and the all-time points, Seattle has 1,223, LA has 1,222. So what that means to me is the Rams are due. The Rams are due to win probably by 1.
Regression, baby.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, plus
the Rams
owes the mentalist. Like, he predicted the Rams Broncos Super Bowl, right? So that's
who did?
Owes the mentalist.
Oh, yeah. I saw that.
Did he actually?
23-14.
Kind of. It was like him and Matt Stafford and Devontae Adams. Like, they kind of all collectively you picked the Rams and Broncos in the preseason to go to the Super Bowl. It's close. It's almost that's unbelievable.
You want to talk about dark magic? I think Oz is like working in the front office for Chicago. That's just the only explanation for what's happened this season. All right, let's do this, fellas. We got about 9 more minutes to discuss this game, and now we really got to talk about it. So let's lay out the foundation. It's in Seattle, Lumen Field, 12th man. 44 degrees is the forecast right now. Looks like clear skies. Seattle opens as favorites in this game. 2.5 point spread. The over-under is about 47.5. So they are thinking that this is going to be a relatively high-scoring game. Lee, I want to hear from you first. I want to hear what you think the Rams' game plan should be this time around against the Seahawks.
Interesting. I think what the Rams need to do is try to get Devontae Adams involved, like as much as possible early on.
Yes, sir.
If they do that, then it'll open up more with Puka. And they can, run the ball out of that. And then I think what they're going to have to do is throw something different at JSN. In the last game that they played, they were clamps on him a whole first half, and then he totally went off in the second half. Somehow Seattle figured out what their scheme was. They're going to have to try something else to hold him in the first half. And if you can get enough pressure and get JSN, I mean, if you can't throw the ball at JSN, Sam Darnold's he's got nothing to do behind any idea what he's doing.
That's incredible. I've never heard of somebody being referred to as
at least the Rams cover too.
How do you spell that? How do you spell that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely think, like you said, like the biggest offensive weapons there are JSN and Kenneth Walker. So you're going to have to take away the best one, which is JSN by far. And we saw that in the first half of the last game where they took him away and, they were rolling pretty well. But second half, they could not stop JSN. Best receiver in the league this year, known at me. But yeah, Alex, let's hear your game plan for this game. What do you think the Seahawks need to do to win?
Yeah, I don't really think the defense needs much of a game plan because they've been rolling. Offensively, obviously, Sam Darnold, ball security, got to be number one. Just because I think he's confident after last time doesn't mean he hasn't thrown 6 picks in these 2 matchups. So
yeah, he can't CJ Stroud it on Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely not. No CJ Stroud moments. So that's got to be number one for them in their game plan. And I'm sure he knows that. I'm sure the whole stadium knows that. The other thing, we talked about Charbonnet's injury. He has the most touchdowns for the team. So him being out, it's more of an issue of red zone touches, not necessarily workload, I think, for Kenneth Walker. Most of Charbonnet's touchdowns, 11 of the 12 have been in the red zone. So it's a matter of figuring out where do we go once we get down inside the 20. I think that means it's going to be more passing offense when they get down there further, which means JSN is going to have to be open more so in the red zone. Maybe a couple out routes will get the job done for them.
Love it. Love it. Trey, what do you feel about Alex's comment of the Seahawks defense does not need a game plan against one of the best offenses in the league?
Yeah, I agree. I actually agree. I think that this Seahawks team is Super Bowl ready, and I think that I think they are the buzzsaw that nobody wants to run into. And it's like last time the Rams beat them, it took 4 interceptions from Sam Darnold in order to beat them, and they still almost lost that game. And so, I mean, these margins are razor thin, but that's kind of something that we talked about during that week. I remember saying that the Seahawks in particular, their margins are so massive. They're so massive. You can give them 1, 2, 3 picks, and they will still keep you in the game. That defense is ready for the Super Bowl, and I think there's a real shot that they win the whole thing. Obviously, I mean, that's not like a crazy take or anything. They're one of the final 4. So I don't know. It's they're a scary team. Like, I don't want to play them right now. They're, in my opinion, they're the best defense left in the playoffs right now, and by a significant margin there.
Right. Like significantly better than the Broncos defense.
Yeah. Well,
you said it.
I did say that. I did say that. I mean, Broncos just allowed 30 points. Bo Nix had to score 33 to win that game.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's
significantly
crazy.
Is accurate.
Yeah. No, I'm with you guys. Like, the Seahawks defense is the buzzsaw you don't want to run into. And we've seen time and time again, this defense is the thing that in the playoffs is just so elite, man. Like, you can have an 18-0 New England Patriots team with Randy Moss and Wes Welker and all these guys, but if you don't have defense to follow it up, like you could lose to anybody, even the first mentally challenged quarterback to ever win a Super Bowl, Eli Manning.
Dude, I knew you were going there. Oh my gosh.
But so here we are. We've got Sam Darnold, akin to Eli Manning, and the Seahawks defense. I just really like this defense, but this game's so close. It's like literally one or two plays is going to decide this game. Yeah, that's just the way it is. It's how it's been the last two games. I don't expect that to change. So, yeah. All right. At this point, we're doing our 60-second look into the future. You tell me what happens in the game, big highlight moments or whatever, and your prediction for the game, your final score, guesses, and who wants to go first? Somebody volunteer so I don't have to pick you.
I'll go first.
All right, Trey.
Yeah. I think like you said, Cam, it's going to be a very, very close game, one score game for sure. I don't think Seattle is going to blow them out like they did the Niners last week. I think Puka has a great game. I mean, when does he not have a good game? Like he's always so good. Yeah, man. Who am I going to take? I'm going to take Seattle. I think I'm going to do 24-23. What did you say that line was? The over
47.5.
Yeah, so that's right there. Yeah, I'm taking the
right
under
there
on that. But yeah, I mean, with defense, you have to take the under.
Yeah,
but that's where I'm going. Yeah, I think Seattle's defense is just too much for Matt Stafford this time. But crazy how far he's come. Preseason we were talking about is even going to be ready for week 1 with that back injury. Just pretty crazy.
Right. Yeah, that's nuts that we didn't know if he was even going to play again. And
yeah.
Comes back and like a top MVP candidate. Insane.
Yeah.
All right. Trey's got Seattle. Lee, let's hear from you.
I'm going to take the Rams in this one. I think they at least cover the spread. Both of the last two games that they've played, LA wins by 2, Seattle wins by 1, 2.5 points. I think it's too much. I think the Rams can figure this out. I mean, yes, the Seattle has a great defense, but in the last matchup, they didn't have their 1B receiver, and they still put up 37 points. I think they can do it again. I think the Rams defense is a little bit underrated. They get a lot of pressure. Seattle losing Charbonnet, possible red zone issues. I think the Rams can do it. I think Matt Stafford shows why he is the MVP this year. I think Puka goes off. If they can get Adams rolling a little bit, it'll open up Puka so much. And I'm going to take the Rams 24-20. I kind of went off on my prediction from before.
Yeah.
But I don't think the Rams lose. I don't think the Rams lose by 3. I can't see that.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Alex. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, I think the only thing that Seattle's defense needs to worry about that they've had issues with is with the quarterback gets off script and everything gets scrambled up. Struggled a little bit with that against Brock Purdy, who's known to be a mobile quarterback. Matt Stafford, not known to be a mobile quarterback, so I don't think that's going to be a problem.
Sure.
I think that defense capitalizes big. I think that the rushing game, I think our surprise is going to be Kenneth Walker, over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. I think he's going to have a huge game. Time for him to break out. I'm going to say 27-21 Seattle. That being said, if a Rashid Shaheed return touchdown happens again to start the game, 31-0 Seattle.
That's crazy. I love that. I love it. 31-0. Just blanking the Rams.
Dang. Imagine.
That would be insane.
No way.
All right. All right. I'm going to wrap us up. All right. So, dude, Seahawks, man, they're just so good. The defense, unbelievable. Mike McDonald just apparently half of like the United States does not know who Mike McDonald is. Have you seen this guy like goes around showing pictures of him to random people?
I haven't seen that.
Yeah. Nobody knows who he is. They can't tell you. They're NFL fans too. But yeah, anyway, I am going to take the Rams in this one. I think that we see this a lot with teams that, they get really favored really fast. And we were kind of iffy on the Seahawks for a lot of the year. And then by the tail end of the year, we're like, okay, this is a dominant team. I think they come into this one. They're hyped off of this big, blowout win. But playoff football is very close the majority of the time. And the Rams just had to play an extremely tough game. They had to go into overtime. They had to stop them on defense and get the ball back. Just a ton of adversity they went through. Sean McVay is coaching his tail off, and Chris Shula's there coaching the defense. We saw the defense show up last week, which we hadn't seen all year. And that is really encouraging. So I'm going to go with the Rams. I'm going to say the final score is 29-28, a little higher than the over-under. But yeah, 1 point game. I think the thicker kicker kicks it in to win the game. So yeah, this is going to be a very good game. I'll tell you this too. I'm also hedging my own bets because every time I root for a team, it just seems like I'm always wrong. So hopefully if they lose, then the Steelers can hire their new head coach next week. But, we'll see. But anyway.
About the Steelers.
Yeah, sorry. No more Steelers. No more Steelers.
Yeah,
we going live.
They're not good. It'll be a long time before they're good again.
Not yet, baby. Not yet. We're good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Alex, Lee, guys, thank you so much for being here. And we will catch you next time. Enjoy your weekend.
You as well.
Dude, so good, man.
Crazy. Wow.
Man,
what a time to be alive, Trey.
Imagine blanking them, dude.
That would be insane.
That would be
I couldn't imagine. Yeah. Could you imagine being a Rams fan and getting blanked by the Seahawks?
Dude, making it this far and then just getting obliterated in Championship Sunday. That'd be crazy.
Absolutely brutal. Caleb, our famous co-host, is shouting Jarrett season. Let's go T.
Let's go.
Crazy. AC Dimes, Drake Maye MVP. Drake Maye.
Oh boy.
Drake Maye.
Maybe.
Dude, I mean, it could happen. I saw the finalists. I really think it's just between Drake Maye and Stafford. Josh Allen's up there. Christian McCaffrey's up there. But both of their teams early exits in the playoffs.
But voting's
I just think it's one of those guys.
Isn't voting over before playoffs even start? I thought that's how it
I don't know. I didn't even know the other guys were in the running. I just saw the picture or graphic on Twitter. So, very interesting. But, all right. Should we bring on our next riders for the Broncos, Pats?
Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
All right, let's get into it. We have Mr. Jose, and we also have Mr. Alex Percy.
Let's go.
Look at this clown.
Oh my!
You look like a
Let's
divorced dad.
It's a Stiddy party, baby.
Hey, ain't no party like a Stiddy party, guys.
Let's go.
It's a great Stiddy party, baby. Alex, what's up? You're looking good as always.
Thank you. I'm repping too. Yeah.
Let's go.
We
go.
talked about it last week and it happened.
Dude, we are kings. The three of us are kings. We're gonna knock this guy out in a second. We're gonna take him out just so the three of us can speak.
Yeah, we should let the smart people speak and let me just hop off. I'll just
no. I thought you were part of Broncos country now, man.
I'll just put my George Pickens mask back on, dude. Go over here and hope
bust
for
out
next
that
year.
Super Bowl 50 chain, man.
Let's go, baby. It's coming soon. Mr. Troy is here. What's up, Troy? Welcome back to the stream. Fellas, man, what a week last week for your teams. I'm going to start with Alex because I want to hear about that game, but I'll say this. The Patriots defense, we were talking about it, pass rush. Really didn't have a pass rush all season. They had a very good pass rush against the Chargers in the wild card round. And man, I think they might have just played CJ Stroud into not getting another contract and maybe not even a starting job next year, potentially.
Man, I think because of the Patriots, he is now down $50 million on whatever contract that was going to be, significant amount of money. Yeah,
he's he's only now just a little bit better than Bo Nix. It's crazy.
You're psycho, dude. You're absolutely.
Would you take Bo Nix with a broken ankle or CJ Stroud fully healthy?
Dude, give me a broken Bo. I'll take him right now.
I'll take them both over whoever the Steelers have at quarterback.
We don't even know that.
Yeah.
It changes year to year. It's just, I would actually do that too. If you could put CJ Stroud's brain on Bo Nix's broken ankle, I would even take that.
Bo threw that dime to Marvin Mims, that PI. He threw that on a broken ankle. So give me Bo. I'll take him.
That's crazy. All right. Well, let's. I want to hear from Alex first. So tell me about that Patriots game. How special was that to come in, play against the best defense in the NFL, and end up winning? Drake Maye threw 3 touchdowns.
I'm not sure I'd call it special. I would call it sloppy. It was one of the sloppiest football games I've seen. It just looked like from the first quarter when they punched out the ball from Drake Maye diving to the ground that nobody was going to be able to hold on to the football all day.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud couldn't hold on to the football to throw it. And you were talking about the pass rush, but I think it was the secondary that played out of their minds. I mean, Marcus Jones had an interception. Carlton Davis had 2. It was a great day. Craig Woodson even got in on the action, our rookie out of UCLA. Secondary looked better than it has all season in that game. Was it because partially because CJ Stroud was throwing them little puff balls into the deep secondary? Yes, a little bit, but they were taking advantage of it. They weren't dropping their opportunities, and I was happy. We had great pass rush again. Yeah, obviously the pressure forcing those throws, but yeah, I was proud of our defense. I was proud of Drake Maye for coming back. He had a mediocre first half, a few fumbles. Will Campbell had a rough game, but I don't think it's over for him yet. People have been overreacting, saying, "Oh, he can't play tackle," but come on, it was Danielle Hunter, and he was against Will Anderson. The whole game, so that's going to be a tough matchup for anybody.
Doesn't help when you have short arms, so.
I don't think that matters as much as people say it does, but I like the game for us because still I felt safe about it. 2-score victory. We'll see how it goes this week. I feel like it's going to be a very similar type of game in Mile High.
Yeah, Carlton Davis, man, just like, where did that come from? Looked like Ocho Cinco out there just hitting the toe drag on that first pick.
Like, the knee tap. I haven't seen one like that in a while. It was impressive.
Wild. Yeah. And CJ Stroud, dude, like, I know they're out. We'll just talk about some of the worst quarterback play I've ever watched, and I've been a Steelers fan for the last 5 years. Like,
you had Kenny Pickett.
Pickett, Mason Rudolph, and a plethora of other knuckleheads that are not good at football. And that was offensive to me.
Hey man, Kenny Pickett won a Super Bowl. Don't speak poorly about him.
Yeah, he did.
Hey, don't forget about
Russ. Russ, I forgot that was who it was. Russ and Justin Fields. Don't even remind me. We're on to the future, baby. We're on to the future. All right, Jose. Explain this outfit. Why do you look like a felon?
A felon? That's just racist, man.
Whoa! I didn't even know.
Just because I'm in Raider colors. Okay, I guess now I understand.
It's just the lighting on your skin. You look so white.
Dude, I got to change that. I can't see my own screen with these glasses on. Oh,
you got the ring light. We can tell the ring light.
I know, man.
Wait,
he got money.
Oh no!
There you go.
Oh yeah. No, I stole it from my wife. There we go.
It's all good. You look good, man. You look good. But let's talk about the Broncos game, dude. How was it?
No, dude, talk about freaking triumph followed by devastation. Biggest win of the last decade for the Denver Broncos. And I'm sitting at my table, like eating a bowl of cereal, like 20 minutes after the game, just scrolling Twitter. And then I see like an Adam Schefter tweet, Bo Nix out for the season due to a broken ankle. And I've like had to take like a triple take. And I was like, wait, is this real? Like I had to go to the profile. I had to like check the comments, make sure it was the actual Adam Schefter tweeting that out. And I was like, oh my God, this sucks. Yeah. Like literally my heart was broken. I just had no comprehension on how to feel after that. Because, a guy gets you all the way to the AFC Championship game and then boom, he's gone. And the Broncos aren't necessarily a Bo Nix dependent offense.
Right.
But he played his tail off all year long, and just the subtleties of the position that, he's mastered to this point really pushed the Broncos to where they are at this point. And there's a reason Sean Payton loves him so much. Not only does he work hard, but, just his ability to stay calm under pressure, lead us back in the fourth quarter for all of those comeback wins, avoid sacks. You just feel terrible for him and the team. But it's not time for a pity party. It's time for a Stiddy party.
Yeah, let's go, baby. Stiddy party. Yeah, it sucks for him, dude. Like I said the same thing as soon as I saw. Well, I didn't even see the tweet. Like I had multiple people text me like at the same time, and then I texted Jose, I think I texted you.
Yeah.
I think I texted you too, just to like verify or whatever. But I had multiple people text me, and I was like, "What? I don't even know what's happening." I had to get on Twitter just to see what they were talking about. They were like, "Dude, Bo," and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Yeah, dude, sucks as a Broncos fan to see that. Because you're right, it's like you're going off this adrenaline rush, and then you're just in the pits of depression, and then it's like the 5 stages of grief. Like you go through all that all week, and now we are here, with I think we're both smoking the hopium a little bit.
No, but really what helped me flip the switch was the way Sean Payton came back to the podium, as soon as he found out the news, and addressed the media and said, "You know what? We're going with Stidham. Watch out." And I was like, "Yeah, watch out. Stidham's coming."
Yeah, let's go. Stiddy party.
But
I could tell. I was just going to say, I could tell Jose was just utterly heartbroken because it was the first time that he hadn't been like rage baiting people on Twitter. It was like a 3-hour absence of Jose after he said, "What?" and reacted to the injury. It was wild.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
All right, real quick, because we have to talk about this, and we can go a little over our normal time if we need to, but the catch, what was that? Alex, I want to hear from you because you seem unbiased in this. Would you consider that an interception or a catch?
So it's so weird because there's obviously, first thing I want to say is never use a screenshot to say it's a catch or not, because you can't see ball movement or a player making a football move or anything in a screenshot. So I don't know what the opposite. Oh, call out Dan Orlovsky for that. Secondly, it's so close, and I wish I kind of knew what a catch was. I liked what Joe Burrow tweeted out, because if you look at the two, you can tell that comparing it to the Devontae Adams catch the next day, Devontae Adams went to the ground as kind of a football move, and then it was ripped away from him. What I want to know is how that one was an interception, and the Marcus Jones one from a few weeks ago when we played the Bills was an interception, because it looked the exact same to me, that one and the Broncos one. But whatever, we made it to the AFC Championship. Bills didn't, so I'm fine with it. And honestly, I'm glad that we play the Knicks-less Broncos instead of the Bills, as we would have in the divisional round. So it all worked out in the end. But yeah, I kind of agree with the call that it was an interception. He was still like he made a step or whatever, but he hadn't fully secured the catch. It could have popped out after without a person there. So I think it was the right call by the refs.
Yeah.
So obviously a little bit biased here, but I think, I think what it comes down to is like, was it the correct call? And I think they called it correctly. I also think they called the Devontae Adams catch correctly. I think both of them were correct. And you're comparing apples to oranges, because Devontae did have control of it, and there was no conclusive evidence that Cooks had control. And they called it an interception on the field, right? So if it's too close, they have to go with what they called on the field. Like that's what happened. The one you're referring to, Alex, I think it was just a missed call. Like I think that also should have been an interception that they got wrong on the field. But I actually thought for the most part, the refs did a pretty good job this past weekend overall, like in every game.
Yeah, I will say there were the 2 pass interference calls on the final drive. The second one, good pass interference call. Like, I mean, obviously Bo Nix threw it up hoping it would be pass interference, but it was a good call. The first one, I can't give y'all that one. That one was
dude.
hold
on. I got to say something, Trey. Hold on. Because you talk about the refs calling it good, and we got to call a spade.
Sure.
Because those pass interferences, the first one was bad by the Bills. The second one, the first one was a bad call. The second one was definitely pass interference.
Yeah.
But this whole thing, this meta of throwing the deep ball and throwing it short, that's all Bo Nix did those last few plays. And I get, I broke my ankle, but like just spamming that over and over and over is so stupid. But even worse than that, Even worse than that. Even worse than that, your boy, we've been talking about Riley Moss all freaking year. We've been talking about this guy and how bad he is with penalties. And that play with 30 seconds left, he's holding the guy's freaking arm down, and they don't call it. That's fine. I think I said this on Twitter. If we're going to call it and play physical, like, I'm good with that. Like, don't call the pass interference, because that would have just put the Bills right on the 1 yard line. It just makes the game, it wouldn't have been a fun ending. but then to proceed and make those same calls in overtime back to back. Oh, dude, it just the reffing, that's the thing that just irritates the snot out of me is the inconsistency.
Yeah,
it's the same thing with the catches. It's the inconsistency of what is a catch, what is not a catch. People have a right to be mad whether it was a catch or not, because the referees do not know how to call the game. We need full-time referees who are trained year in and year out. We need a way better challenge team, because the other big thing is, why were they rushing the play right after the catch or interception thing? You know, it did deserve to be looked at. I think they made the right call. I've said that already, but yeah, just the inconsistencies, man, and then the in the game on 2 pass interferences. Like, I think those calls, they need to revert back to like college rules where it's a 15-yard rather than a spot foul.
So here's the thing. The first one, I'll give you that. That one was very ticky-tacky, but what people don't remember is Bo got roughed on that pass too. They threw 2 flags on that same play.
You're right.
And so it would have moved up 15 yards regardless. And that pass interference was what, 18 yards? So you're talking about like a minuscule difference.
It was a 1 yard difference.
1 yard difference.
Yeah,
exactly.
but regardless, they called a pass interference. That's the part I'm curious about. I understand the roughing the passer. That's cool.
Yeah, sure.
That part I'm not worried about.
Was roughing the passer, but also Mims would have caught that ball if his left arm was not held. Like, he would have caught that ball. Anyway, but it's not like he was just throwing it to get the pass interference. Like, that would have been a completed catch.
That was Joe Flacco.
Dude, no.
The Joe Flacco experience.
He would have caught that ball. Marvin Mims
Tom Brady in the fourth quarter,
he
baby.
Was 8 for 8 on that right quick. In that game. He caught everything that came his way. He would have caught that one too. He still put a hand on that ball. Anyways,
I don't know, Jose. You talk about it real quick just before we move to the next thing. Because Jose hasn't said anything.
I feel like it's been talked about enough at this point, but really a big factor for the Broncos all season long has been penalties. And for the first time, actually the last 2 games for the Broncos, for the first time in all season, had like less than 5 penalties. We were number 1 in penalties all season long. And against the Chargers in the final game of the regular season, we had 1 penalty for 5 yards. And then against Buffalo, we had 3 for 20 yards. So as long as the Broncos can stay disciplined and keep getting lucky with these calls, like, hey, sometimes it comes down to lucky calls and catching a break, especially in the playoffs.
Yeah, it does. It does.
I'll take it.
Yeah, and we can't change that. I do think we should change defensive pass interferences to a 15-yard penalty like college. I do like that a little better.
Yeah.
But anyway, I digress. If I was a Steelers fan and that happened for me, I'd be like, y'all are wrong. It was clean, baby. It was clean. Anyway, let's move on.
Can we go down? Oh, wait, just a tangent that's related to this. Because I want to hear all of your opinion. It's related to the Bills. Okay. So they come out and they fire McDermott, right? They fire him, and they're like, basically, it's your fault that we lost the game, and yada yada yada. Yeah. But also, that shouldn't have been a interception. So they're like blaming the refs, but also blaming McDermott, and they make moves. But I don't know. Please, somebody tell me what's going on in Buffalo, because I feel like they have no idea what's happening there, and they are just tearing everything down. I don't know, man. Like, if they really thought it was the refs' fault, they wouldn't have made any changes, at least in my opinion.
I live right now about 2.5 hours from Buffalo. One of my best friends is a huge Buffalo Bills fan, and we had to talk about this today. Yeah. Terry Pegula is ruining the Buffalo Bills, and it's not entirely his fault. He has a lot of family issues to deal with. His wife had a stroke. He has to care for his family, basically as his full-time job right now. However, despite not really being involved with the team at all, he had no plan to fire Sean McDermott. The organization had no plan to fire Sean McDermott until he walked into the locker room after the game, saw Josh Allen crying, decided to fire Sean McDermott. You can't not be involved with a team and then make a franchise-altering decision like that, and then say that everything was Sean McDermott's fault if you weren't going to fire him until after the game you walked into the locker room and did it on a whim. It is a franchise-altering move. It's going to cost the Bills in the future. It might cost Josh Allen better chances in the future, because he and Sean McDermott, I mean, they didn't have problems together. And we'll see what happens. But franchise altering move, and not really a good one in my eyes.
Talk about an emotional reaction. That's crazy.
Do any of you guys know how long this guy has owned the Bills? Has he been the owner for a long time?
I don't know.
A while.
Yeah, because I think back to, the Bills are one of those franchises who are ringless. They've never won a Super Bowl. They went to those 4 straight Super Bowls. And then even what was the late 90s or early 2000s when they had Doug Flutie and they benched him. Was it for the AFC Championship or was it in the Divisional Round? And then they had the Music City musical. But I think that was another ownership decision.
That was before him. 11 years for Pegula.
Okay, cool. Yeah, but similar thing, like it all starts at the top. Like when you have owners meddling with the roster and, game day decisions, coaching staff decisions, like you're not going to be successful. Same thing going on down there in Dallas right now where, Jerry Jones is kind of off his rocker at this point. Like he's, making all of the big decisions, trading for this guy, trading away Micah. It's just not good when your owner is, has his hands in the pudding. It just equals bad outcomes every time.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just all time bad for Josh Allen. He's a great quarterback. And I know that there's a lot of people love to hate him. He's a great quarterback. He's like the Peyton Manning of he's not Peyton Manning. Very different styles of quarterbacks, right? Very different styles. But I'm comparing him in the sense that played for kind of rough franchises, struggled in the playoffs, and didn't get a whole lot of help. I know Manning had way better receivers than Josh Allen has ever had, but the defense was always terrible in Indy. And Brandon Beane deserves
Keon Coleman.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I can't believe what they said about him.
Dude, unbelievable. Dude. Yeah. I mean, like, it's just unbelievable. Brandon Beane hates wide receivers, and that's why Joe Brady is going to become the head coach of the Buffalo Bills. And because Joe Brady also hates wide receivers. They think that they can just draft whoever. So they're going to be fielding a team full of Sky Moores and Mecole Hardmans and Chiefs cast-offs. And Keon Coleman's going to lead them, and they're going to be probably back in the playoffs and just be the grossest game. Dude,
Josh Allen was really that good, and this quarterback that you guys have built him up to be. Wouldn't you think that he's a force multiplier and can take guys like that and boost them up like Payton did with was it Pierre Garçon?
Pierre Garçon was way better than any receiver the Bills have right now.
He threw 4 touchdowns to he threw 4 touchdowns to Gabe Davis in the AFC Championship game.
Yeah.
He is that type of elevator.
Yeah, I would say he's an elevator. I think,
if only he had weapons like Bo Nix, like Frank Crom, and
only he had receivers like Stephon Diggs,
Yeah.
And I mean, all the quarterbacks are going to have years where they play with bad receivers. I mean, look at Tom Brady, and I can't remember what year it was, but there was one year it was like Rashae Caldwell was like his number 1 receiver, and I don't know if anybody remembers Rashae, but this might remind you. Like, dude had the biggest eyes ever, dropped the ball, and I'm like, how did he drop the ball with the eyes that big? It's part of being a franchise quarterback is you're going to go through, good players, bad players, and there's only a few greats that will be able to ascend with terrible ones. Tom Brady, our king, Patrick Mahomes. We all love Patrick Mahomes on the show. But anyway, let's talk more about the game on Sunday. So we got Patriots, Broncos back in Denver in the altitude. I'm going to set the scene real quick. 3 p.m. game. That's a fun one. Notably, New England is 8-0 on the road this year. Pretty interesting. 25 degrees, cold weather. Doesn't look to be a whole lot of precipitation. The spread currently, New England is the favorite, 4.5-point favorite, probably due to the Bo Nix injury. Over-unders at 42.5. Jose, let me hear your game plan for this for the Broncos and Mr. Jarrett Stidham himself.
Yeah, well, I honestly don't see Sean Payton changing the game plan too much, especially considering Stidham's been in the system for 3 years. And you can tell by, how we spoke about him at his press conferences and how his teammates speak about him that, they're going to let him go out there and spin it. Like there's no limitations to the game plan at this point. There are going to be things that they do differently. Of course, Bo Nix is hyper mobile compared to Stidham. Not to say Stidham, can't, take off and run for a couple first downs. But I think you're going to see a lot less rollouts, sprint outs, bootlegs, and different things that Sean Payton likes to do to get Bo Nix out of the pocket. Stidham's a little bit more of a pocket passer, which I think might play more into, a stereotypical Sean Payton offense as far as spreading the ball around from the pocket, hitting those screen passes and attacking downfield. I think the X factor in this game, and I actually spoke to somebody today who has an inside source on J.K. Dobbins, and he is playing this weekend, and he's going to play a lot. and
That's
I think
good.
and I think he's actually going to tear it up. I think he left in week 10 of the regular season is when he had that season-ending injury. Up to that point, the Broncos were a top 5 rushing team with J.K. Dobbins in the backfield. And as far as like the offensive line goes for the Broncos, they've been great in pass protection, and they actually have great run grades according to PFF and a lot of other sources as far as, you know, how well they're able to open up the holes for the running backs. It's just that we don't really have the talent in the backfield at this point that can take advantage of those holes. Jaleel is averaging 5.1 yards per carry right now, but he touches the ball like 3 or 4 times a game.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. RJ just having a hard time rushing the ball. I mean, he's a great threat out of the backfield, catching passes. Yeah. He just hasn't quite figured out how to shimmy and wiggle through the holes up the middle and kind of bounce those to the second level at this point. But if we get JK back, I think he's just going to be that workhorse guy that we had the early half of the season. I think he's going to be a big difference maker, especially making Stidham comfortable, especially helping with the play action and helping the Broncos maintain their structure and their system in the offense.
Yeah, definitely.
I think JK is huge in this game because prior to his week 10 injury, he was like the 3rd best rusher in the league. Like it was crazy. He literally was. He had the most. He had like 800 yards leading up to there. But anyways, I digress.
Like
I think that's that's a really big thing in this game that I'm looking forward to personally. But yeah, he's averaging like 5 yards a carry.
And another thing is that the Broncos are actually looking pretty healthy besides Bo Nix.
Yeah.
Pat Bryant's going to play this weekend. Franklin should play this weekend. And with, Dobbins back, hopefully, like I think you're going to get the full arsenal of a Sean Payton offense. So as much as Patriots fans are relieved that they're facing Stidham, I wouldn't get too happy yet. I think they're going to be in for a little bit of a surprise when they see how well the Broncos offense plays this weekend.
Yeah, real quick. 4235 says Chavez knows ball, and he certainly does.
Certainly does.
Breaking news: Carter Poynton is locked in Alex's roommate's trunk, and also we've got Braden Hines. He's also locked in the trunk of his car. So we might need a welfare check with Alex.
That one said,
"Help kidding to anybody." If anybody's serious is watching, like this is definitely a joke.
Patriots always up to no good. Dude. Illegal activities, criminals. Typical.
Yeah.
Typical.
I'm on this call right after I got back from a gambling club, and I drove somebody here, and I guess they had one less seat than needed on the way back. So somebody got the trunk, and Bennett's saying they're safe, and I trust Bennett. So it's all
gambling club.
Thank you, Bennett. Somebody said Bennett locked the door on us.
Sportsbook analytics.
So, and I'll just say this really quick. I think Dobbins coming back does help the Broncos a lot. Harvey has had a hard time in between the tackles. He looked really good getting some passes in that pass game against the Bills, which was very exciting for the RJ Harvey guy over here. But anyway, Alex, these guys are talking about J.K. Dobbins, this guy who can't stay healthy for a full season for the past 5 years, coming up against the number 1 rush defense in the league. What would you say your game plan is, and how do you respond to these allegations that J.K. Dobbins is going to be big and tearing it up against New England?
No, I'm a fan of J.K. Dobbins too. I like him way more than RJ Harvey. I think he's a better running back, like pure running back wise. Blows him out of the water.
I agree.
Sorry, Cam. Fantasy too. Not fantasy.
I wish he never got hurt. I do agree. He's so good.
Yeah, but I think that he kind of doesn't change much. The Patriots, people are forgetting we didn't allow a 50-yard rusher until we played the Bucs, and it was Sean Tucker. Shout out Sean Tucker, Syracuse.
Shout out Sean Tucker. Let's go.
But yeah, our rush defense has shut down most running backs. It didn't shut down Derrick Henry, but it didn't allow Marion Hampton coming back to really change anything. And the same thing goes for Bo Nix versus Jarrett Stidham. I don't think it changes much. The line shifted 6 points. The Broncos were going to be favored by 1.5. Ended up Patriots favored 4.5 when it opened. And I don't think it should have shifted things as much as it did. I think it's still going to be a pretty even game. It worries me. Patriots have an affinity to lose to backup quarterbacks in the playoffs. And Nick Foles called it out on Twitter this week, but I'm scared for this game because I know that going to Mile High gives me flashbacks to 10 years ago. I was really sad watching the Patriots lose to the Broncos the year of Super Bowl 50. But yeah, I think that the Patriots defense will stand strong against Stidham, but not much stronger than we would have against Bo Nix anyway. I don't think Stidham's going to give us 5 turnovers like CJ Stroud did. I saw him play for the Patriots and he was pretty good. But yeah, I don't think anything changed that much from even before it, but I will say I did get butterflies in my stomach when I saw Bo Nix was out, and that I called and I was like, holy cow, maybe this Patriots-Texans game's the AFC Championship. But I think that was an overreaction.
Yeah, 100%.
It's crazy. I haven't mentioned this yet, but both championship games, we've got Mike versus Sean, head coach wise.
Wow. Yeah.
Pretty interesting. And there's a lot of good storylines with the Super Bowl rematches. You know, it could be Broncos Seahawks, it could be Patriots Seahawks, or it could be who's the other NFC team? Rams Patriots. Yeah. I mean, so many good storylines here. But let's do this. We're going to go into our 60-second breakdown. Let me know what happens in the game, how you see it happening, any special plays that go on. And I want to start with Jose.
Ooh. All right. So I'm going to set the scene.
Oh, baby.
Fourth quarter. Broncos have 24 points on the board.
Yeah.
Patriots, 20 points. They need a touchdown to win the game. 2-minute drill. They make their way all the way to the red zone. Strip sack, Nick Bonito. Strip sack, Nick Bonito to win the game. Broncos win 20-24, and then they punch it to Super Bowl 60.
Dang. Is it really Super Bowl 60? I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Wow. All right. So 24-20, is that what you said?
Yeah, I think it's coming down to that final drive. And I'm having flashbacks of 10 years ago when the Broncos and Patriots played where Brady drove down the field against the Broncos, and I think they actually scored the touchdown.
Yeah.
And then he threw the kick on the 2-point conversion. Yeah. So I think it's going to come down to the end. I think they're going to get close. I think they're going to make it all the way down to the red zone, and the Broncos force a turnover to win the game. Whether that be a Nick Bonito strip sack, a Riley Moss pick, or Pat Surtain pick. I mean, dude, the Broncos defense has playmakers all over the field. One of them is going to make a play in that final drive of the game to win it. So that's what I'm envisioning right now.
If Riley Moss makes a game-saving interception, Cam's going to have to buy a jersey.
Okay, and equally fair, if Riley Moss commits a game deciding pass interference call, we're going to take him to the guillotine. Or we're going to lock him in Alex's
That was going to be
drum.
my prediction. That was going to be my prediction. I stole it from me.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You can still do it. Pretend I never said anything. But go ahead, Alex. I want to hear your 60-second breakdown of this game.
All right. Let me set the scene. The Broncos have 24. The Patriots have 20. Starting at their own 20-yard line. Two incompletions. And then Drake Maye lofts one down the right sideline to Stephon Diggs, and it's caught. And then he falls and he rolls, and rolling with him is Riley Moss, who, while Stephon Diggs is rolling, grabs the ball and rips it away, and they rule it an interception. And the Broncos look like they're going to win, but then the officials review it, and they deem it a catch, and everybody online is super confused.
Yes!
So now the Patriots are at the 50-yard line. 1 minute left. Drake Maye, 2 more incompletions. Actually, no. We just ran Travion up the middle twice, and it did nothing. And then he lost one down the left sideline. It's a little bit short. Kayshon Boutte with Riley Moss in coverage, and it's incomplete. However, Riley Moss had completely straight-jacketed Kayshon Boutte on the play. It's a pass interference. Patriots now at the 25-yard line. Now, they can go for a field goal. That would do nothing. They're down by 4 points. What am I talking about? Out of nowhere, a screen pass to Travion Henderson goes nowhere. And then we bring in Marcus Jones, our cornerback. We throw a screen pass to Marcus Jones on 4th and 12, and he runs it all the way into the end zone. Patriots win 27-24. It's going
That's insane.
Marcus Jones anytime touchdown, plus 3,000, I bet.
Put it down right now.
Did they leak the script? They leaked the script. Alex has it. There's no way you can be that specific about it.
And the entire NFL discourse explodes before the Super Bowl. Nobody wants to watch it because they say the refs are blind or whatever. Yeah.
Brother, if that happens, I'm getting a Drake Maye jersey.
Yeah.
What was the anytime touchdown? Marcus Jones?
Marcus Jones, anytime touchdown. What are his odds?
Love that. Plus 3,000. Let's go. It's got to be good. I love how you took shots at both the Broncos fans with the Riley Moss, but you didn't leave me out. Every time Travion Henderson touched the ball, nothing happened. The only way you could have made that worse for my sake is Ramondre Stevenson rips off a 50-yard screen pass. And I'd be sitting over here in shambles. But yeah, dude. Oh, I love it. I love it. All right, I'll go because I'm sure Trey wants to be last. So I'll let him go last. All right, I'm going to set the scene. It's been a high-scoring game. Jarrett Stidham is proving to NFL teams why he should be signed next year. Pittsburgh is eyeing him as the next Kenny Pickett for their squad. He's got 3 touchdowns, 300 yards. Drake Maye also has 350 yards, 2 touchdowns, but the running game has been great. Current score is 31-28, and the Broncos are driving with the lead. They hand it off to J.K. Dobbins. His leg explodes. Explodes. The ball bounces up in the air, and who's there to grab it? Milton Williams.
Yeah!
The free agent signing. The big boy. The clock's ticking. 13 seconds left. He's got the ball. He's got a convoy ahead of him. But there's also some speedy receivers. Troy Franklin is booking it after he ran just a vertical route just to be a decoy, but he's booking it from across the field as Milton Williams goes to the goal line. Troy Franklin comes, smacks the ball right out of his hands.
He Don Beebe's him?
It looks like it's a fumble. They review it. He barely got over the line.
Oh.
His large breasts pushed the ball forward before the line. If he was any skinnier, this would be a fumble. Broncos would be in. But unfortunately, this year, it's Drake Maye, the New England Patriots. The dynasty has died, reborn, just like a phoenix. Mike Vrabel, Bill Belichick, number 2, part 2. The saga continues. Patriots go to the Super Bowl. That's my prediction. That was straight off the dome, too. I love that.
You guys are making me cry.
You guys are creative, man.
All right, Trey. Real quick to the people who have asked some questions, because we do have some questions. We're going to answer them, but just real quick, I want to hear Trey's setting the scene of this finale.
Setting the scene. The Patriots are 0-4 in the playoffs when traveling to Denver. Turns into 0-5. That's a little sneak peek, of course. They come out, they run JK once, 4 yards. They run Jaleel McLaughlin, not RJ Harvey. He gets 7 yards. All of a sudden, Jarrett Stidham, he backs up. He launches a dime to none other than newly elevated Brandon Johnson.
Brandon Johnson, what a legend.
Brandon Johnson has a lot of he's got a lot of experience with Jarrett Stidham being
there.
Troy Franklin. I mean, I know you said he's probably going to play, Jose. I'm not so sure with those hamstrings, especially like in the playoffs, like how quickly they ruled him out last week. I don't know. I'm nervous about him. I think they rule out Troy Franklin and Brandon Johnson is elevated because he's got the experience with Jarrett Stidham.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Broncos are on the board. 7-0 early. Fast forward. It's the fourth quarter. It's 26-20. That's what we're at. The Broncos are behind. Broncos need to score a touchdown. Jarrett Stidham, he summons his inner Bo Nix, and he becomes Clutch Stiddy, right? So he drops a dime to none other than Marvin Mims Jr., who, again, Marvin Mims is having a great postseason so far. Marvin Mims takes it down to the 1. He tosses a screen pass to your boy, RJ Harvey, Cam, and he becomes the game-winning touchdown against the New England Patriots. They go on to the Super Bowl to get blown out by the Seahawks again in Super Bowl 60.
44-8.
Yeah, 44-8. Yeah.
I thought you were going to give me an extra point double doink.
Yeah.
Take us into overtime. I need it.
Yeah.
No, that's crazy. Going to Seattle and getting crushed again. Crazy.
Yeah. No, that's not my actual. I don't know.
Prediction?
Okay,
Save that for next time.
My real opinion about this game. I'm nervous. I'm very nervous, and it's not just the Bo Nix thing. It's because, like I mentioned 2 weeks ago, I guess technically it was last week. Right after the Patriots played the Chargers, I said one thing about their defense, that they're playing championship caliber defense right now.
Yeah.
They look poised and ready. I saw they have something like 72 pressures in these playoffs, which is ridiculous. Like that's an insane. The Broncos are averaging like 24 per game this year, and that means they're averaging like 36 or something in these two games.
Yeah.
Granted, I mean they're playing two of the worst offensive lines of the entire NFL, but at the same time, like Jarrett Stidham is not Bo Nix, and that's the one thing about Bo Nix over Russell Wilson was that he didn't take sacks, and Jarrett Stidham is definitely more prone to taking sacks than Bo is. So I think they get to him a few times. I do think that there's going to be multiple turnovers from both teams. Like I think probably 2 from each. It's going to be one of those types of games. I do think the Broncos do get home probably for 1 fumble, and then I'm going to say 2 fumbles off Drake Maye because he's been fumbling a lot. Like last week he had 4 fumbles, right? 2 of them were
small hands.
Yeah. Well, it's just I don't know. I think it's your guy. What's his name? Will
Campbell
Will
allowed
Anderson.
a couple.
Campbell.
Campbell or Anderson, and
Campbell allowed
better
both of them.
conditions. Better conditions this time. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So, but I do think it's going to be really close like that. Like I think it's going to be like a 1 or 2 point game when it's all said and done. Obviously, my ending score was 27-20, but I'm excited. Like I'm really excited for this game. Just because like the one thing that I've been like hammering the table for the Broncos all season was the lack of turnovers that they've had. Like I needed to see that, and they got was it 1 or 2 against the Chargers in Week 18? I can't remember. Obviously, that pick 6 they had.
Yeah, it was 2, but the Broncos still ended the regular season -3 in turnover differential.
Right.
And last week they're +4. So I
mean,
exactly.
They had 5 turnovers last week. So it's like when you need them to like turn it up to another level, like they are.
Jose was pissed that you said that.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, it's so I'm really excited about this game. I think 2 things are true, that Josh McDaniels knows Jarrett Stidham, but the vice versa is also true. Jarrett Stidham knows Josh McDaniels. So it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game regardless. I hate that both of these teams are the AFC pick. These are not the teams I wanted to go to the playoffs. But anyway, great. Alex, thank you for being here. We'll give Jose one more chance. Yeah, go ahead. Give me one more storyline.
Maybe 2 quick ones.
Go ahead.
You were just saying the Patriots are playing championship level defense, and you're right. We are 16-3 on the season. We are 16-0 when Milton Williams and Christian Gonzalez are healthy. And they're both healthy. Crazy stat. There are 2 biggest pieces. And secondly, it feels like it came full circle. It's hilarious to me that we're going against who there was a graphic going around. I said this to some people a few years ago of Jarrett Stidham in like a throne in a Patriots jersey and a crown. Like when Tom Brady retired, it was Jarrett Stidham. We called him Jarrett Stidham for like a few weeks. And then we signed Cam Newton. Big mistake. Jarrett would have been better. Best Auburn quarterback of the decade, Jarrett Stidham. But I think it's hilarious we're actually playing him in the AFC Championship game. It's like if we played Jacoby Brissett back up. I mean, New England, we liked him for a while, and now he could be the one to end it, and I think he's a good player, so it's going to be an interesting game.
Yeah,
it's great.
I mean, I think what Jose said earlier was extremely accurate. Like, this team isn't. It is dependent on Bo, especially last week. They were dependent on Bo. Like, they needed him to go score 33 points to win that game because the defense was, let's be honest, they looked like trash. Like, outside of the turnovers, like they were allowing Josh Allen to do whatever he wanted on the field.
Keon Coleman scored.
Keon Coleman scored. Yeah, the GOAT, dude.
He could have scored 2.
Could have scored 4 if you want to say that.
He could have scored 8.
He could have. Anyways, it's exciting, man. I'm really excited. In Bear 06 here says, if Stidham wins this week and maybe next, what do the Broncos do with him? Is he their backup going into next year, or does he get traded when his value is high? If I'm Sean Payton,
to a new team.
If I'm Sean Payton, I'm shipping this guy to Pittsburgh for a first immediately.
First. We love our firsts.
Yeah. I mean, because Cam would give up a first for him. Just have Cam.
Me?
Yeah, you give up first one.
Well,
why give up a first? Why give up a first for him when we can just get Tua for basically $1 million and let the Dolphins pay him the rest of his contract, and he just play a year with us and just suck again?
Didn't you just try that with Russell Wilson?
Yeah, dude,
Did it work?
we have a method.
Yeah.
We have a method.
It got
it's
you
working.
Aaron Rodgers.
We keep getting first round picks, and they just get hurt year one. It's awesome.
Yeah. No, man. In all seriousness, though, I'm cautiously optimistic, but definitely nervous. Like I could easily see the Patriots running away with it. Like there's a very real chance that like the Patriots could just win like 30-14, and it did not even look like a contest. But I think it's going to be closer than that. It's playoff football.
Yeah.
This
Jose, do you have any?
Yeah,
do you have any closing thoughts? Go ahead.
Yeah, the Broncos are too tough for that, and I don't think the players are feeling any pressure from this game, especially with Bo Nix out. So I think, in a sense, it's almost like it plays into their hand a little bit for being the overdogs, like we've said all season long. Like, before the Bo Nix injury, we were the favorites in this game. Now we have a reason to call ourselves the underdogs in this one. So I think it adds fuel to the fire for how hard and how tough the Broncos are going to play on Sunday. So I don't think the players are going to feel any pressure this weekend. I think they're going to play loose, play free, and go out there and hit some people. I think really the pressure's on Sean Payton and Vance Joseph to call their best games.
Yeah.
Especially with Stidham back there. I mean, this is something we haven't brought up yet, but Sean Payton with backup quarterbacks, especially in his time with Drew Brees down there in New Orleans, I think he was like 13-1 when Drew Brees played limited snaps or missed games due to injury. So that's really damn impressive. Just considering like how good of a play caller and play designer he is, and how good he is at taking care of his quarterback, especially when they're not used to playing as much. So I think that's something that kind of reassures Broncos country that, the offense can still get this done regardless of who's under center. And then on Vance Joseph's end, like you're playing a second-year quarterback who, doesn't have or who hasn't had great protection as of late. And you have, the best pass rush in the NFL. Like, can you find a way to be creative and keep everything in front of you guys and shut down the Patriots or keep them out of the end zone at least? I mean, the Broncos' red zone defense is phenomenal. So I think if, the play callers, the coaches can kind of hold up their end of the bargain, I think the players can get it done for them. So I'm super confident going into Sunday.
Sweet.
Yeah, I was trying to look at the quarterbacks where his backups. Teddy Bridgewater, back when he was still not fully concussed, which Teddy Bridgewater had a promising career ahead of him. And also our GOAT, Jameis Winston. Which is awesome. But then Trevor Siemian, that had to have been the one loss. That's just my guess, that Sean Payton had it had to be Trevor Siemian that gave him.
I thought it was Teddy.
No, Teddy was 5-0.
Oh.
Teddy was 5-0.
It probably was
yeah, I think this is a big game, and I think that I think that you can't rule out the Broncos just because Bo Nix isn't there. We've all said it tonight, and I'm just putting in my 2 cents, is that, I think Stidham's good enough, and Sean Payton is just one of these coaches that a great schemer. He knows how to, read a defense. Even if Stidham has a rough first half, I think they'll have plays coming into the second half to counter what was going on in the first half. But I mean, it really should be a good game, and I would hate to be a fan of either team because it is so close. It's like, I don't know who's going to win. That just feels scary. I hate that feeling of like, I can't see a clear team being dominant over the other, but it's going to be a great game. I'm surprised you didn't bring up Caleb Lahner, Trey. I'm upset.
Caleb Lahner?
Is it Loner or Lahner?
Loner. It's Loner, yeah.
We're saving it.
As the guy coming up from the practice squad, I thought that was him, but I guess not. But yeah, anyway, fellas, both, thank you so much for being on. Thanks for going a little over with us. That was a good time, but good luck this weekend. I hope to see you on the Twitter streets, Jose and Alex. Maybe we'll see you next week or the week after to talk Super Bowl. Who knows?
Yeah. Good luck, Jose, and good luck, Trey. Looking forward to the game.
All right, fellas. We'll see you.
Dude.
Dang.
We're there. It's hot under this hat.
I can imagine. Yeah, I'm not used to wearing hats. It's also wild because I keep trying to push my hat back, and I just keep having more forehead.
Yeah, just keeps going.
Yeah,
It's like the whole NFL landscape under there.
Yeah, 100%. Man, yeah, that was great. Really appreciated that. Is there anything else you want to talk about before we dipski?
I don't know. Did you have like any final thoughts on last week's game or anything that you wanted to talk about? I feel like we talked about most of it already.
Yeah, I mean, my biggest thing is just, there's going to be bad calls. Jose said it. There's going to be bad calls in games.
Yeah.
It's undeniable. And I think, at the end of the day, even if we have full-time refs, they're going to make mistakes. I just think there needs to be more of an emphasis on being consistent throughout a game.
Yeah.
For these refs. Like I said,
the one thing that sucks about the game too is like, did you see that one missed call on the Broncos? It was the safety in the end zone. Did you see that?
Yep. Yep.
So
that was a missed call.
The big thing is like, A, that ends the game, and B, Bo Nix is not hurt. Like
right.
That's the big thing from there. Is like if they get that call, like you have your quarterback going into this game on Sunday. So it just really sucks. But you're right. It's overall, like I do think that they did a much better job in these, this last week of playoffs than they did the entire rest of the season. I felt like every week we were complaining about them. But for the most part, I felt like they did a good job, except for like maybe one or two calls. But when they're only 4 games on, during a weekend, like they're just heightened so much.
Yeah. And I mean, it just, you can't whine. If you're a football team, you got to know there's going to be bad calls.
Yeah.
I think the Bills feel that like monkey on their shoulder, that like, it feels like every year they've got some kind of bizarre call that happens against them. And so that's why it just blew up so big. But you're right. There were missed calls.
Sorry. Also, I feel like maybe they think that was the end of their Super Bowl window. Like that was it. Like that was their shot. Like you have no Joe Burrow, you have no Patrick Mahomes, you have no Lamar Jackson in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like that was it. You will never be in the playoffs again where that happens. Where all three of those guys, well, I mean, obviously, while they're playing, you're not going to be in the playoffs where every single one of them is out. But
this was a great opportunity. But once again, it comes down to team construction. And when Josh Allen is forced to force feed Khalil Shakir as his, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even explain the full difference between those two players. It is such a large difference. And Khalil Shakir to like the next guy, like Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks used to be good, but he has been so injured. He's moved from team to team to team. He's like 30 something. I mean, it's just bad team construction. But like I was saying before, just you can't whine about calls. Like you got to go out there. You got to win the game.
Yep.
As a Steelers fan, I've had this happen. We had obviously the Jesse James touchdown against the Patriots. They got turned over. And that was such a controversial call for the whole NFL. And you know what? We had chances after that to score. Like that wasn't fourth down. We had chances to score. I think we went 3 and out following that. I think we got maybe 1 first down and went 3 and out. And it was like, you just have to adapt and overcome to the calls. There's going to be bad calls, but we do need an emphasis on consistency in the reffing.
Sure.
Like I said, I like the physical games. I like when they allow the players to play, especially, defenders and receivers, going back and forth. It just brutal. Like,
dude, it sucks for them
to watch it end that way. And even just for a fan, like I don't really have a bend to either team. I just I want to see a good game. So to see it end in overtime on 2 free plays, it's basically like, oh, come on, man. But it is what it is. That's the NFL, and this is the game we have, and it really doesn't matter because I think the NFC teams are just very, very strong comparatively. But what is Bo Nix seriously a contender to come back next week?
Oh yeah, we didn't even get to this. There was a doctor that recently came on KOA. It's like the local Denver radio sports radio, and he was obviously, I'm paraphrasing, but he basically said that it was a very clean break from what he understands, and that all they have to do, or he was speculating. He was like, if it's a very clean break, which we think it is because it was like immediately they were like, okay, it's broken. He's going to be out. They said they just put a couple screws in and a plate, and like bone heals really quickly, quickly. And he said it's not out of the realm of possibilities. Like there's an outside chance that Bo could be back by the Super Bowl. Obviously he wouldn't be at 100%, right? But when I heard that, I told my wife, I was like, if he's back and the Broncos are in the Super Bowl, there's 0% chance they lose that game. Like that team is going to be playing on fire. Like the opposing quarterback is going to be dead. Like in the first quarter of the game. It's just going to be over.
That's nuts.
It's me really just like really smoking the hopium. Like that's all it is. Like
you have to.
You have to. Like that's what sports is. And it's like if Jarrett Stidham is the guy, if Jarrett Stidham makes a run and this is where I stand on the whole thing too. Like kind of to go back to that comment from earlier. Like Jarrett Stidham could go out and he could win the Super Bowl and he could throw like 500 yards and 4 touchdowns. And I'd be like, Bo is still our guy next year. That's 100%. Like if you ask me, like he just had his signature win in the playoffs, right?
Sure.
Divisional round.
100%
against Superman, right? He's not
against
Superman, like
the one of the top 3 quarterbacks. Yeah,
right. And so you look around and Josh Allen is all of a sudden thinking, oh my gosh, like now I have another quarterback that I have to battle in the AFC, because to me he just made that jump. Like he just elevated himself from like a good quarterback to, okay, you need to watch out when you're playing the Bo Nix Broncos. Like that, that's just where I stand. It's just because like the team is good, but adding like a good quarterback on top of that makes them like incredibly tough to beat.
No, it was definitely a big win. And like I said, I think we know what would happen with Stidham is free agency. He get the Matt Flynn, Brock Osweiler treatment of a nice large contract to some team that doesn't have a quarterback and got money to blow. And maybe he's good. I just don't think he's good. I mean, he's been in the NFL for a long time. Even who was the quarterback prior to Bo Nix? It was Russ, right?
Yeah, it was Russ. And then Jarrett was the backup to Russ.
Right.
For 1 year. And then he got signed actually again this offseason. So he has this year and he's under contract next season. But he's been the backup.
I think he should have earned a spot earlier if he was really, really like that. But we see this happen all the time. Jacoby Brissett, who would have thought that he was going to be balling out all year, even though he didn't win a lot of games. He just played really well.
But I think what you do is like if you have a quarterback battle, if you have a Jarrett Stidham versus a Bo Nix, if Bo Nix is close to where Jarrett Stidham is, you start him. Like it doesn't matter if Jarrett Stidham is still better. Like you have to start him because you're like, I can see the ceiling. The ceiling is just higher. But 100%. I do think we probably have like one of the best backups in the league. And so I am excited. Like I'm excited for this game, but like I said, cautiously optimistic.
This is lining up to be the Marvin Mims game. I'll just say that right now. I know you already kind of mentioned Marvin Mims was going to be a big part, but the trick plays are going to be flowing. Sean Payton's got to reach deep in the bag to come up with big momentum shifting plays, especially at home. And so, I do think this is going to be a good game. Troy says 42-20 Pats. He also said earlier he's got the Pats versus the Rams, with the Rams winning the Super Bowl overall. And he asked, where's Tebow? Tebow, I have no idea. He should be at the stadium. That would be sick.
Yeah. He's probably on bad terms with the Broncos, I would imagine.
I don't know why. He's pretty good for him. Sucked for me.
No way the Pats are dropping 42 on these Broncos. There's no way that's happening.
I just don't see the disparity. I think they could drop 42, but the Broncos would have to be scoring points. Like they would have to be scoring like 38. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. In that sense. That's the most concerning thing for me. And I'll be real, is like the Broncos defense. I know I joke about them all the time. They're easily top 3, depending on the week, number 1, and that's just because we've got elite defenses in Seattle and Houston.
So like elite, like better than like defenses of the last 5 years. Like that's how good they are.
Exactly. So good. But the concerning thing to me has just been the amount of points allowed.
Right.
And Denver still got that bend don't break mentality, but it reminds me of like Steelers years in the past when we get into the playoffs, and we always had like top tier defenses. We were locking down in the regular season, and we get into the playoffs and we allowed 42 points to Blake Bortles and the Jaguars.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like I'm serious. Like they were torching us, and this is like an insane Steelers defense, like James Harrison in his prime. It just I don't know. That's the big concern for me, is that this defense has looked a little more not Swiss cheese, but they've just allowed a lot more yardage and points.
Yeah. Between the 20s. They definitely allow you to get stuff going between the 20s. Like,
exactly.
And something people don't remember probably is like early in that game, James Cook was like, he was
dogging you.
Dude,
yeah, you texted me and you were like, James Cook RB1.
Yeah. Dude, he was he was going insane. Crazy.
I don't know why they ever threw the ball.
Yeah, right.
They should have just kept running. Like, I mean, he was playing so well.
I wish Alex was on here to like just tell him, because I think that this is a big game for Ramondre Stevenson. Like, I think he's going to have a really good game, more so than Travion. He's just a good runner, and he's coming back healthy and everything. But I think that's what they're going to try to do, is just what I think the Patriots are going to try to do is just kind of make Jarrett Stidham win the game. Like, I don't think they're going to come out here and try to throw like 5 touchdowns.
Sell out for the run.
Yeah, exactly. I think they're just going to be like, okay, we're just going to play our game and then just make you like attack us, which could play into their favor. We'll see. But
and that's why I think it's going to be a high scoring game, because I think I think Stiddy's got a cannon on him. And I think he has the ability to move around the pocket, find guys downfield. Yeah. And that's just the thing. It'd be different if his head coach was like, if his head coach was Mike Vrabel, right? And not a play caller, not a schemer, more of like this motivational type. But he's got Sean Payton. And Sean Payton's like the daddy of all these play caller schemer guys. He's been doing it a long time. Resurrected Drew Brees' career. I don't think people remember that Drew Brees was actually like trending towards being more of a bust in it wasn't LA, San Diego, with the Chargers, until he paired up with Sean Payton. So, with the receivers they've got, obviously Cortland Sutton's good, but you got Troy Franklin, who emerged this year. You got Pat Bryant, you got Marvin Mims, even Noah Fant at times, or not Noah Fant. You can see how long I've been watching Broncos. Evan Ingram, even with these guys, like there's a lot of weapons, and RJ Harvey out of the backfield. Like, I just think there's a lot of weapons, and Sean Payton's going to spread out the field. And I don't think the Pats secondary is really that good. We saw. I mean, CJ
Christian Gonzalez is good, but that's it.
That's about it.
I'm not too worried about that. It's more of the timing. Like, does Stiddy have the timing down with the receivers? And this is the week where I'm like, I hope you guys are just spending extra time at the facility, just running routes and just getting it down. And I want you to be there from like 4 a.m. to like 8 p.m. like that kind of thing.
Right.
And I just really hope that that's where they're and I'm sure it is. But dude, it's gonna be fun. I'm really excited for it, because Jose said it too. Like, we're kind of playing with house money, because if they lose, we're gonna be like, well, if we had Bo, we would have won that game. Like,
exactly.
It's like that sort of thing.
You've got an easy out at this point.
Yeah, right.
And it is an easy out. Like, not like, sarcastically, it's an easy out. Like, you would, I don't think. I would definitely be going for the Broncos, like if Bo Nix was still in, because he played so well last week.
Yeah.
Did you see the thing that Sean? I'm sure you did, but Sean Payton said to the team, basically like, if we lose, it's not on Jarrett. It's because the rest of you dummies weren't doing your dang jobs.
Yeah.
And I love that. Like,
because what he's
the pressure on everybody else and not on Jarrett.
Yeah. And what he's saying, I know, like, probably where he's coming from is he's watching the tape from last week, Houston, right?
Yeah.
There was at one point, it was crazy because New England had like 3 of those turnovers, and they had only scored like 3 points, like off of those turnovers. And so he was like, even if I know he's looking at them being like, we are very similar to that Houston Texans defense. And again, we played them earlier in the year, and it was decided by a field goal that the Broncos kicked in, the last 2 seconds of the game.
Right.
So it's like the Broncos can play that. I think they play a lot of Houston and LA. They both play a lot of like the cover 3, cover 4, which seemed to like it seemed to confuse Drake Maye a little bit. Just because like the way that they were lining up, it just seems to be his kryptonite. Like, yes, they put up 28 points, but again, CJ Stroud gave them a million chances to, to score points. Of course, they're going to score 28 points, but they shouldn't. They just shouldn't have scored like anywhere around there, realistically. And Sean Payton is like, VJ, just hold them under 20 points and we'll beat them. Like, that's it.
Exactly.
All you gotta do.
Yep. Oh, man. All right. It's going to be a good weekend.
I'm excited, dude. I'm really excited. The snowstorm, though, I'm not sure if it knocks our power out. I'm going to be watching on my phone.
Sure I know.
Like a
huddled up in the quarter with all my kids and watching the game.
Yeah.
All right. Well, to everybody who joined us tonight, thank you so much. Hope you all enjoyed this stream talking about all the games. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, share with your friends, family, comment, do whatever you want to do. We love having you guys. Also follow media network anywhere, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, active on all of those. If you didn't get to listen to the stream tonight, listen to us anywhere podcasts are streamed. And with that, we will see you guys next week.
Peace.